What's up, YouTube? Alright, so this is kind of the layout I think I'm going to go with for the Crocodile Skinks. That's what I'm working on today, the Crocodile Skink enclosure. You can see here, they are up. I disturbed them a little bit ago. They didn't like that. But they have been sitting out under the UVB light. I've been not giving it to them really every day. They get the grow lights kind of off to the side, but they get UVB probably like twice a week, something like that. I've been sharing that with the sand boas because my sand boa laid eggs, but they were all slugs. So I've been trying to give her more UVB and probably gonna let her winter. I am gonna let her winter, and then hopefully next year hopefully next year she'll get pregnant again, and I'll put more heat on her. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I had 10 slugs out of her that I could fully see. There was a little bit of mush on something else. And they had live births, so I know for a fact they were just slugs. But anyway, so the Crocodile Skink enclosure, my thought is this: it's gonna flow from up there. I haven't figured that out yet. Probably put a sponge or something so it just flows down this. My thought is it's gonna flow around. Now the screen is going to be, or the mesh is going to be, to keep the flow going a certain direction, is my thought. I might move that one a little more interior, but I'm using the hydro balls. Never used hydro balls before. I have used soil, but I haven't used soil with water separation like this. So we'll see how it works out. Eventually it'll turn milky brown, tea color, thick, just thick. You can see I bought some plants today. You'll get to see those more. Bought some grass, hopefully I can get on the bottom. We'll figure it out. Over the years it'll do its thing. I got more plants I want to put on for the land as well. So let's figure this out, get started. I'm gonna do little segments because I don't have the space to record the whole thing. I've got to do something different to get the Everglades uploaded to y'all in full. So stay tuned and let's get to this and see what it's gonna look like. So after I have a rough idea of what I wanted, I put the hydro balls in. As you can see, there's two different types. These are the type you buy for the reptile community. Wow, hydro balls, regardless, I forget the brand. And then I went to a local hardware store and got these other ones that are more, they're lighter. They need to absorb water to even sink. So we'll see how these react together. I probably should have done the lighter ones first, hydrated them so they would sink, and then put the others on top. But regardless, the larger ones will make their way to the top, just like the soil will make its way to the bottom underneath all this shit eventually. Hopefully it doesn't happen as quickly as expected. But like I said, I've never used these. This is kind of new. I have a general idea how to use them, but with the water, I believe it's going to be near impossible to keep the water clear. But we'll see over time. A few times of siphoning the water out, hopefully our flow will be around. That's why I put the filter material in. It will clog up over time. Roots will grow into it, and hopefully it will do exactly the thought intended. But we'll see. And the rocks are also gonna help some of that as well. So let's move forward. Before I do add water, I want to show you, I'm going to use this to keep the spray from hitting all the glass. So the idea is it'll sit like this, and then the water will actually flow. And I'll put moss or something on that. So, just some ideas without having to order even more. Moment of truth. So we'll let that run for a little bit, and hopefully when it gets saturated, it will actually distribute the water a little more even. I may have to lower the setting on the pump, but I'm hoping that to not be the case. We also want some of the stuff that's on top of the water to clean up. Do a water change if need be. So we'll give it a little bit. So I have to carefully adjusting it a little bit, squeezing it a couple times. This is what you end up with. There's a little bit of splash. It'll leave a little bit of fogging on the glass right here over time. And you can see right here, there are more drops. So that corner will get fogged over the years. It won't take much time. Using distilled water, like I did, I used distilled. It only took 3.5 gallons, which isn't bad. I expected like way more. But I can do a water change if need be now. Some of the balls that were floating over here have now sunk. Waiting on the rest of these to sink, absorb more water, because that will displace some of this water as well when it fills inside all these. So I'll just kind of give it time. I may toss some more on top. I've got some more of the floating ones. And I can toss those on top if I need. Probably put some more of these weighted ones over here. And I thought I don't really want the dirt flooding back out that way. And hopefully over time, that will actually be the corner that pulls. All this fills in. This mesh will be filled in. I'm gonna put some plants on that to cover it a little bit. So hopefully we don't see it like it is, but it'll also turn more yellow over the years. It'll definitely discolor over time. So again, this is my first time using these hydro balls, and they give surface area for bacteria to grow, and that'll help your enclosure. We've got some dry spots. They will get damp just from wicking, but some of these spots will stay totally dry. And skinks can definitely, we've got to give them some spots that they can dry off 100%, but also give them spots they can burrow and have a lot of moisture. Not maybe this much moisture. I don't know how I'm going to dig the substrate up. I just have a general idea. And again, I might have to add more of the hydro balls. So let's move forward, see where we get. It's almost a dead zone over here completely. Not much movement. So we'll have to get a lot of plants over here. That'll be able to clean up. Just kind of waiting. Allowing the water level to go down. Rearranging a few things. Watching the flow, because it's definitely pulling. It's very slow. So this is kind of what I see in the swamp, is when the water looks like it's not flowing, you watch the dust on top of the water, and it actually has movement to it. This is exactly what I was kind of looking for. I would like a little more pull over there, but that'll require this whole thing under there as well, all the way down, to be pretty much filled in with very little draw going through it. And that'll happen over time. Probably not as quick as the dirt falling in. I'm still debating on how I'm gonna do this. I'm not really gonna put the dirt directly on these. I wanted to use a screen, but I think it might be better to use an aquarium soil. It's heavy, should fit in that, like fill in the gaps. It'll fertilize. A bit more expensive than just using a terrarium liner that would separate these things, but we'll figure it out. We will figure this out before this is over. I'm wanting to get it done, so we'll see. So as you can see here, I've now added in some moss. I have quite a bit of this in the back tank. Like, this isn't even like, it's a little less than a third of it maybe. Anyway, it covers up everything fairly well. You can still see a little bit of light patches of the filter material, but overall the moss does a really good job. You can see the little bit of debris that came off the moss. I did rinse it before putting it in here. The bio balls that I had over here floating, 1, 2, and 3, all ended up right in here. I pulled them out and I stuffed some more moss up in there. So over time the moss will fill in, and that filter material should vanish completely, but also in the front layer where it'll show white layer, hopefully that'll stay vanished also. I had chose to not silicone so I could rush this project. I don't know why I rushed a project I have literally taken forever and slowly bought the materials for. No, I guess I was wrong. One of the bio balls ended up right here. We'll do this again. So this way I can just watch my flow, see where things are actually going. Yeah, I don't know why I rushed this. I do need to get the material. I'm probably going to use the rocks like I said, and then use soil on top of that. It won't even be a thick layer, but I can also put some down in here. Glass bottom would be better with the slow flow, but I can siphon it all out and clean it. So you want to keep that open. The moss will grow and become in the way, just like on my other tank. I do this once in a blue moon to keep it open. So just something to think about on your own tanks. Let's move on. This is what we got right now. And I think the plan is I'm gonna go get some of the aquarium soil. It's a rock, really heavy. It'll cover all that. And then I'm gonna put actual soil on top of that, but I'm also gonna use that stuff down there to fill in some of the bottom. Now, the problem with slow moving water and substrate is it'll get covered with crap. We'll have to stir that up. Maybe the skinks will stir it up enough it won't be an issue. But you see how foggy it is in there. All that's got to get cleaned up. Yeah. go to the pet store and get the soil. All right, y'all. So I kind of got ahead of myself here. Got the soil I needed, and then started working on it. Now I'm gonna put a mat back here. I did not, damn, I spilled some rocks. Now they're on my knees. Oh, that hurt so bad. You don't even know. Anyway, so this, I did not put those all the way back. Yeah, they'll fill in, but they're not gonna be as dense as they would over here. And that way the water gets more of its spiral. And also it's for the plants, so they'll grow. As you can see, all the filter material is hidden for the most part. We'll see what it looks like in 6 months, but I got a few of the plants in. I can't even tell you what all these are. That was like whale fern. I got these other things that didn't even have labels. You see this one right there. Actually, you can see flow, a little bit of it. So over time it'll clear up. The plants will do a lot of the job in here. Unfortunately, I will have some materials that will break down. Dirt, stuff like that will break down differently than all these rocks and carbon and all that. But we're almost there. We're almost going to be putting the soil in. Waterfall's looking kind of nice. And it's very thin layer right in there. I figured it would fill in with the moss. All right. Moving ahead, I'm gonna put soil on this, as well as some more of this dirt, or this rock. I want this up a little so it won't be dug under from the back. As you can see, this stuff will just fall in. It'll fill in the rocks. It's both what we want and not what we want. But all of it, I started here, worked my way to the back so that it would pack in tight. The floating balls would kind of rise and meet with the sunken bio balls. And that's where we are. All right, we've let it sit. I've added new plants, kind of rearranged a couple water plants. Probably gonna end up taking some of these out of the water. I don't know if they're gonna do well in the water level. I probably am gonna drop just a hair more. This is evaporation has gone down probably ½ an inch. Yeah, so today we're gonna add the dirt in there. Add the soil and give it a few more days, probably add more plants. So come across something I'd like to add in here that'll go with the look that I'm trying to work towards. So let's go ahead and get that soil in here and see what that looks like. Repta soil that I've used, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna put this back here, like no joke. I know it's gonna blend. My water's gonna get foggy over time. It is going to be a nightmare, but this is all I'm gonna do. Just put it in here, give it a few days. I'll add more layers down the road. Making a mess. I'm gonna use a cup that's right here. Golly, I'll sweep this after I'm done. Still got rocks on the floor anyway. So I'm gonna use this cup, scoop me out some. The biggest key here is having this not get all filthy, because that's the point. Now, I made it so I can change it out. It shouldn't be too much of an issue, but over time, the dirt's gonna get stuck to the animals. It's going to end up in the water. It's going to end up all over everything. Now maybe I can spray everything down to clean it, get it off of visually looking better. But we're, for the most part, gonna let things go. I expect this is like a Java moss or a Christmas moss, something like that. I got it when I got my 150-gallon tanks, and it's been growing ever since, doing extremely well in the back tank. So I just picked it from there. It's probably gonna take over. I'm not sure if this lighting is enough. It's the same light I'm using on the reptile box behind me. And so I'm hoping it's enough. Those plants are probably gonna have to be removed and put into fully submerged water. They were not fully submerged when I bought them, so I'm hoping they will not have to be fully submerged now. I'm keeping about 80% humidity, even with the screen lid. The plants are gonna help with that. Some of these leaves, they're gonna blink at the top in time. Those will all help with my humidity levels down low, everything below it. So in time, plants are gonna give me more humidity. We will see increases. It's, as you see, it's 70 degrees. It's like 60 outside right now. So it's really getting chilly again. That's another thing. I don't know how low the Crocodile Skinks can go, so I may have to put a light on this to heat it up. The water will stay cool. Obviously, if the light's on the water, it'll heat it up. But I'll have to keep an eye on that and figure out exactly what I want to do. Probably it'll just be a light. I left this here. I wanted to see that rock dry out over the past week or so. I wanted to see some change. I wanted to see dry spots. Now, with the soil, going to be some wicking going on, quite a bit, I believe. We'll see where all this goes with that situation. The rocks hopefully are going to fill in the cracks of the bio balls, and then the dirt will be on top of that. Obviously, it's not going to last forever. We'd like it to. These things will dig. They will dig down in this stuff. So it's going to change. This environment is going to alter. So we'll figure this out though. Probably put some over here to cover that rather than covering it with rocks or with dirt. I have a plastic, I have a hide that I've covered with silicone and put coconut fiber on that. It's been 3 days and I believe it's still wet. I actually haven't checked it this morning, but it was wet last night still. So I'm having some issues with that drying. It's getting kind of long, so we're gonna give this a little bit of time. We're gonna come right back and add some more, but we're gonna let all this absorb some of the moisture first and settle. All these plants, I'm hoping I'll just fill in the filtering that I have lined through here. I need all that to kind of get compact with debris. I need roots growing in it. So it becomes like another thicker wall right along here to hold everything back, but also change my flow. So this isn't circulating right here necessarily, but actually flows around. So let's see how this works out, and let's let this settle. All right, y'all, I had to do some lawn work out here. Clean up actually a crap ton of stuff. So it's a little detour from the skinks. Yeah, I know, but it's right in line with it. So I had to clean up all that. Not much, it's just a lot of small broken up stuff. But what we're doing, or it was out here. And I had some logs on that table. Obviously I gotta mow all that shit now. Big trees. But anyway, I was looking at this. Something like this is what I'm gonna put in my tank. Now, this has been here a while. This is a full log when it got put out here. Actually, Lady's buried there. Remember Lady? Remember Ladybug, the old dog? Yeah, she's in the original post I used to share. Yeah, she's buried here. Her head is wrapped in a towel, and there's a log across her head, hopefully not putting pressure on it, so I could get her skull. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm actually up to trying to do that. Either way, looking at this, and I think this would be a good addition for the tank. May not be. It may be a little too big from the look of it. Obviously, I can cut it. I've got some I can work with. Damn. And I left a branch. Damn. Now I got to carry that out. So we're gonna walk around, and I'll show you real quick the other logs. I may not be able to use this one. Looks like there's a lot of no bark. It's all wood rot, and only some of it's hard. So we'll let this keep doing its thing. We'll figure that out later. In the meantime, I'll walk you guys around and we'll look at the other. So this is the other ones I had out back. So this one I did cut the bottom to make it kind of stand level. I really like this. I think it would be something that the Croc Skinks will possibly climb, and I'll show whether they do or do not. They definitely can climb this material the way it's thick, so we may be able to use both. May have to put one sideways, which I think would definitely work extremely well. So we will figure this out. All right, so that's the log in there. I may have clipped out that part. All right, so the log's in here. I'm gonna add some more soil behind it, thicken it up. I used some more moss up in the corner of the glass on that rock. So I think what I'm gonna do is put more soil in the back, pile it up a little bit. Obviously some more soil in the front. I wanna get it, about that much more compact. Yeah, you can see where I was trying to figure out where to put this thing. I guess this is my only option. That won't fit. Even though I wanted to use that, I thought it had a lot of character to it. It won't fit. It's a little too tall, and I don't want to cut more off of it. I mean, I do and I don't. But either way, I think I'm going to roll with what I've got. Kind of keep the water open. Might be able to find a branch with branches, loose stuff, but stuff that can be climbable and firm. I don't know. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get some soil in here so you can see where that is. You can see where it's at 84%. I've just been leaving it. The middle there I was messing with yesterday. It looks more damp now that I've kind of loosened it up. It's not a bad thing, and it just shows that there's slow wicking. So it's not gonna be super saturated, but it is definitely wicking. All right, let's see what it looks like next. All right, so we're gonna let all this settle. Put the cork in there. We're gonna let this settle. Get it down to the substrate where we were. I'm gonna try to figure this out. I mean, it's down here because that's just getting damp and hard right there. Yeah, we got a little bit. The back is way thicker. I just kept piling it in, but I expect everything to settle to some degree. Obviously, if it's dry like this, it's not gonna settle too well. I'm gonna probably spray it down so it'll compact a little better before introducing the Crocodile Skinks. May give it a couple days, just a couple days to settle, because once they get in here, it's done deal. And I put like freaking, okay, I want to say I put like 60 isopod in here, but I'm not seeing like any. We saw 3 earlier. They hide too damn well. So I'm probably gonna have to add some more, and I'll record that portion of it. All right, so this is where we are so far. So I got to figure something out for background. Obviously, I don't want to be looking at my patch that never got sanded right there. In fact, this room never really got painted after all that. So anyway, I'll eventually take the label off too. I know some of y'all are going nuts over seeing that. But so we're at 84 when I pulled this out earlier. I think I want to put this one up here now. See what coming out of that back area is, because that'll stay pretty humid back in there. Been using this one too. We'll put that over here for now. See what's going on. So yeah, we're gonna give it a couple days. I really want to put them in now, but we'll give it a couple days. See where we are. All right, so I had a couple more plants. And now I've also got some isopods. I pulled out Japanese magic potion, the Armadillidium vulgare. And here's what those look like. Got a few springtails in here running around as well. For those that don't really know what springtails look like, this is them. They jump like crazy. So these are like, they don't look as white as they used to, but they kind of are. I mean, like this one right here, I think I should keep. That one stands out. Oh wow, my Tribolonotus has, this one stands out. So something like this. These are all pure. I have not mixed these, but I do take from them. But anyway, I'll put these two back. They kind of stand out. Anyway, we're gonna dump these in there. All right, so I've done this 3 times. This is the 4th time that I've done this, and somehow they managed to just stay hidden. I know there's some back in here on that rock, so I'm going to get a stick that I can prop from that rock over. That was just to keep the filter down. So we're gonna dump these in here and put some back here. Just put them all over. Springtails on top of the log. Yeah. So within just a few hours, these will vanish. And really, we got to do this so they can multiply rather than all get eaten. If you don't hit high enough numbers, they're gonna get all eaten. I put fish food in here not so long ago. Like I said, I have others in here. I just never see them. There's a baby right here. That thing is teeny tiny. And little ones like that, they're small, a little bit around the size of a springtail, are what get overlooked. How you actually end up putting things in wrong cultures, wrong containers. That's how I ended up owning dwarf white, which I now hate. And I might put some of those in here. Those definitely reproduce quick, but it may be too quick compared to these. So, all right, let's give it a little bit longer, and we're gonna put the skinks in here. I think we're getting there. We're getting close. I want a few more somethings in the front in this empty area, but we'll get to that. I don't know where it is. Maybe more cork will be the key. I've got this what's in with them already that I'm going to try to utilize as well. So here's where we are so far with the tank. And other than putting the coconut or the cork that is with the skinks, I don't know what else to do in here. Everything will grow in. We did end up putting a couple shrimp in here. I don't know if they're alive or they're dead. I mean, we see one once in a while, but for the most part, we don't see those. And even the isopod, we don't really see. All right, so let's get these in here.
It's on.
Bigger one. Still so young with these guys.
I know, they're so cute.
Number one.
We haven't named them yet.
He's got a springtail in his head. A couple of them.
There you go, guy. He's like, what is this?
I know. Got him looking, so curious.
Yeah.
They've been getting adjusted to us pretty well. I mean, the others are skittish.
He's not breathing too fast either, or heavy.
He's just kind of curious. He's looking around. There you go, little one. There you go. There you go. That's what I want. Okay. Next. Somebody find a place to put those. Oh, these are skittish. Really skittish.
Is that one of the females? Her head's white.
Oh, I didn't even look or think to look.
She's more real. Oh, oh no. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they, I don't want to lose anything.
Here we go. She's more brown.
Yeah, I think this was one of those females, but I'm not even looking right now. Oh gosh.
She is like, peace out. I think that.
Scary. You're okay. No, you're fine. Don't have a heart attack here. You're okay. This one's trying to squirm a lot.
Oh, it has white.
That thing's trying to grow right here. Pulled the root up just now. Hey, bud. Okay, I wanted to put
I
this
see the
there.
isopods to the right.
Yeah, there's a couple of them there. I mean, out of like 60 I put in here, more than, you don't ever see them. But I know how much they like those. So. I'll probably spray them down here in a second.
Mist them? You want me to get the mister?
Just to raise the humidity a little. It'll drop.
Put some more.
Yeah, I just don't want to mess up the substrate too much more. Most of this, I sprayed this half in layers And this over here has stayed drier because I didn't spray it, but right under the top layer is dry. So we'll see how that goes. So we're just gonna let them be. Hopefully this isn't too much for them. They like to dip in their water that I've had with them, so now they have a lot of water.
Yeah, they can actually swim.
I'm gonna put this piece of cork right there in the front. Once that one moves, it'll figure itself out. Well.
Happy Halloween.
I was coming back to spray and I couldn't find the second or the third one. I was like, these two are still here, getting curious, perking up. But look! This one has always been so curious, and he roams around. He's so cool. I figured I'd just raise their humidity a little. I have not sprayed yet. So hopefully they'll like that. I am going to close the door again though. That way the humidity climbs. We do not want it dropping. It'll definitely climb. I sprayed it a little. Oh, that's why. Yeah. I also want to do this. I think I want this here. Looking at what I'm doing, not looking at the phone, so it's kind of difficult to figure this out. I am going to put it on top of that because that'll root. But there's a fern right here I don't want to cover. Oh shit, sorry guys. Anyway, put some moss from out front. Put sphagnum moss in here, whatever type of moss this was. I love this stuff. It's like a type of sphagnum. Yeah. I got stuff all over the place now. Well, this video has gotten extremely long. It's been a long couple of weeks. Just putting everything together. And now here they are. Everybody's in their home. I'm gonna get some crickets. And hopefully nobody's stressed too much on this move. Thanks for watching, y'all. Like, subscribe. I know I haven't been posting a whole lot. I know I've got some Everglades videos to finish up. I would like to do editing on my phone. Now I've made some space, removed pretty much everything off the phone. So, all right, y'all. Have a happy Halloween, and we'll see y'all later.